We have many special guests on the Zoom with us tonight, and we would like to honor everyone who has taken the time to log on. Please post a welcome message in the chat box.
Everyone, my name is Ben, the Chief Science Officer from Verado High School in Buckeye, Arizona. This is my 5th year as a CSO, and I'm excited to celebrate Chief Science Officers, advisors, action plans, and more.
If you're new to Zoom, the chat box feature will be the most active feature during our event tonight. As you can see, I have updated my Zoom name to CSO John, West Valley to indicate my cabinet. CSOs, please take a moment to update your name. As a reminder, please remain on mute, but if your bandwidth allows streaming of your video and the camera works, we would love to see you as we celebrate tonight.
Hello everyone, John, you're looking dapper this evening. Did you see the bow tie on CSO Josh? It's looking really good today. And I see your outfits, CSO Chalet, CSO Andres. Man, you guys are looking great. CSO Mariana. Good evening and thank you for participating tonight. My name is CSO Nikhil from Central Valley and it's exciting to see you. Tonight, we would like to highlight the work from around Arizona, but first, let's take a moment to thank sponsors.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chalet, the Chief Science Officer at McClintock High School in Tempe. Thanks, Nikhil. We would like to thank our platinum sponsors, the National Science Foundation and Cisco, for the continued support of the growth of the CSO International Program based here in Arizona.
We would also like to thank our Arizona CSO Gold sponsors, State Farm and the Arizona Board of Regents. My name is CSO Prisha, the Chief Science Officer at Accelerated Middle School, and we truly appreciate your support.
Thank you, Verizon, On Semiconductor, and the Johnstons for being silver sponsors of the Arizona CSO program. Your contributions truly made an impact.
Our bronze sponsors include Cox Communications, SRP, Tallow, Claire LeBeau, Arizona Carl Charities, and Microsoft. Thank you.
Good evening, Chief Science Officers. This is Claire LeBeau, and I'm here to celebrate the STEMMYs with you. I'm so excited to get to work with so many of you on communications and just on spreading the word to the world about what a great organization that the Chief Science Officers is, and individually what each one of you does personally. And to me, that's the great impact of this organization. When I see the investment that many companies and individuals put financially into the CSO program, and then I see the way that you kids are developing, it's so worth it. I'm so proud of every one of you. This has been a crazy year with the pandemic for the entire world, and yet you have stepped up. You've come up with new action plans, adjusted things that you thought you were going to do, and basically, you just rolled with it and still kept on making it happen. And so I'm so proud of you for that. Enjoy the STEMMYs.
We'd like to also recognize our educational sponsors at Arizona State University and the University of Advancing Technologies for the continual support of the CSO program over the years. We appreciate your mentorship and look forward to getting to visit both campuses in the future for leadership training institutes.
I'm Dr. Dave Bowman, Provost of the University of Advancing Technology, and I want to celebrate and congratulate every one of you who has chosen to lead by being a part of Arizona's CSO program. You are amazing people. You're doing incredible things because you are advocating for a future where STEM and technology and science are part of the solution for our thorniest problems. The work you've done this last year comes across a backdrop of some of the most important human discoveries and innovations in the history of humanity. We saw recently, for the first time, humans launched a helicopter on the surface of Mars. We are within arm's reach of being able to meaningfully address the carbon footprint of humanity and become part of a sustainable planet. And in the last year, a year of pandemic, we moved faster than before any point in history, to be able to come up with vaccines that stem a global tide. All of those things are part of STEM. They're part of technology and science and the kind of things you advocate for. There's a big need ahead. There are more jobs and roles that are just going to grow because of the things that have come before you. And your advocacy for what the future can be because of them is vital. Thank you. I thank you now. I thank you for what you're going to do next year. I thank you for 5 years from now. And I thank you especially for all the people who consider futures in STEM because of what you do today.
Over the past 4 years, I have had the chance to represent the CSO program at a variety of events and currently serve as a member of the International Leadership Council with fellow Arizona CSO, Marissa. This year proved to be the best year for innovation and growth for the CSO program. We had to change how we connected, collaborated, and make it happen. Tonight, it is my honor to recognize the Chief Science Officers who serve on the Arizona Leadership Council.
The CSO International program has continued to develop and adapt to the needs of the participants, but the mission is clear: to engage a global network of 6th to 12th graders to be STEM ambassadors.
Truly, the vision is based on our ability as a global network to be change makers. What difference do you want to see on your campus, in your community, around your state, or even in your country? The CSO program believes in us. The vision is empowering CSOs to take action and be aware of our ability to make a difference.
CSO program goals are truly the foundation for all things we do as CSOs. We want to create a global network of diverse STEM leaders.
Hello, my name is CSO Nikhil, the elected Chief Science Officer from North High School and a representative in the Arizona Leadership Council. My goal is to spread my passion for STEM nationally, but also internationally, being a role model for those who don't have one, and to help people to strive to be the best version of themselves.
I started my connection with CSO as a parent several years ago when my son became involved in the program. As a parent, I saw him develop as a young man, build confidence, develop in his communication skills, and as a leader. And I was very excited about what this was doing for him.
Vision and motivation for this program was simple: to give students a voice. What was really interesting was often we would have conversations connecting with the community. People were super excited about what we would do for kids and programs to really empower those kids. And it was so interesting how students were never part of that conversation. I wanted to see a way that we could change that. How do we get these students that are excited and motivated about what they're doing to really be at the table? And that was the whole vision behind creating Chief Science Officers. So why is student voice so important? It's plain and simple. If we're really going to create opportunities for the future, we need the future to happen now. We need students to be at the table, and they really need to be contributing to those conversations and really getting a feel of what it takes to really make things happen in their world.
Hello everyone, my name is Andres. I am in 6th grade and I am the Chief Science Officer at Porter Elementary School.
Hello, I'm CSO Emmanuel, the elected Chief Science Officer for the Cerebral STEM Academy, and my action plan includes having an online science club for grades 5th through 8th on Google Classroom.
Hi, I'm CSO Renee from the West Valley in Arizona. My action plan includes to make a virtual STEM club and make demonstration videos for little kids and post them on YouTube.
CSOs don't just hope it happens, make it happen.
The CSO program goals are the foundation to all things we do as CSOs. Tonight, let's celebrate the network of diverse students in Arizona, their collaboration this year, and celebrate their action plans. Ben, are you ready to share the CSO Cabinet highlight videos?
CSO highlight videos. Speaking of highlights, did you know that highlighter pens are the future? Mark my words. Tonight we celebrate the success of CSOs. The action plan, is a plan to take action. So they did. Check out this video to highlight CSOs from East Valley. You know, that video was certainly the highlight of my day. Haha, funny. Up next, we have a video from the Central Valley CSOs.
Hello, my name is Dr. Joe Roselle. I'm the Central Valley CSO Cabinet Coordinator. And I'm here to tell you that this year we did a lot of exciting things in the Central Valley. Because of COVID, things look different. I'm not going to say better or worse. We still engaged our community. We still had fun. Please enjoy the following video to see how we kept the CSO program going in the Central Valley. Thank you.
So if I just put a hose, all I have is this hose in here, right? Nothing is moving. Nothing is coming out of this end. If I suck just a little bit, can you see the color fluid? Yep. If you see the color fluid, now all of a sudden the water's coming out. Can you see it coming out?
Point in time, I'd like to introduce Talon Hatch. He's from Skillstruck. And just to let Fairfax and Chavez know as well, he is interested in working at high schools. He actually has some great distance internship opportunities for high schools. So because we're just a K-8 district, I wanted to make sure you guys were here to learn about that as well. So, Mr. Hatch, it is all yours.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me on here and to be able to share some time with you. I told Hope and Kelly on a number of occasions that I'm super jealous. I wish I would have known of these kind of opportunities when I was going through high school, and just see all the great work and the things that you're doing as CSOs and investing in yourselves and your futures and helping the rest of your classmates take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you through this program and through the SciTech Institute in your school. So props to you all on that, and I'm excited to kind of talk a little bit. Our main focus, as was mentioned, is computer science education. We work with K-12 schools to help them have more computer science content, curriculum, and programs to do that. And part of that, of what we've been trying to do outside of just trying to help the schools itself increase their computer science content curriculum, is also just to provide more opportunities for you as students.
Let's just kind of go around the room, and we're going to have the opportunity to hear presentations. So let's start with you, CSO Lauren. Let's hear your speech.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll go ahead and start now. Hello, my name is Lauren Solis, and I'm the elected Chief Science Officer from Bethel Fairfax High School. To give you some background, I'm a second-generation immigrant. My family taught me from a very young age the value of hard work and the power of a good education. My mom was the first in her family to graduate from college. She navigated an education system that operated in a language completely different than her native one.
That was a great highlight video. It was so cool to see everyone from Central Valley. I wonder if we'll be doing awards for individual topics related to Zoom culture, like most likely to accidentally be muted, or in my case, I'm most likely to be unmuted. Maybe the one more likely to say one last thing to extend the end of the meeting before signing off. What about when we found out how to change our backgrounds? Well, that's if you're on a Windows computer. Anyone who's stuck on a Chromebook like me has to be stuck with a plain old background. This year was a little intense. Turning off your camera during a Zoom meeting call was like wanting to go outside to the snack table at an event. You didn't want to do it. You wanted to do it, but you didn't want to be the first one. And you definitely didn't want to be the only person. Lauren, to be honest, and I usually am, the Arizona CSOs did an incredible job this year in spite of the pandemic, wreaking havoc on the education system.
Absolutely, Ben. Over the past 3 years, we have been celebrating CSO success. Please give your attention to this video, the chairman of the board for SciTech Institute.
Hello, my name is Bob Whitwer, and I'm the chairman of the board of the SciTech Institute. I want to thank all of you Chief Science Officers for all you do all year long to promote STEM. You're having a major impact not just on your fellow students, but on your schools and on your community. I spent 40 years as an aerospace engineer, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that the skills that you're learning as a CSO, skills around leadership, project planning, project execution, and communication will serve you well throughout your academic career as well as when you move into the professional world. This is a big night of celebration and it's focused on you, the Chief Science Officers. So please enjoy your time tonight, and I would like to leave you with one last thought. Okay? Yes, you're helping your communities, but in a very real way, you are also helping to make the world a better place. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Whitworth, for sharing your thoughts with us tonight. I'd like to send you into moderated breakout rooms to celebrate best action plans and CSOs in attendance tonight.
Yeah, so if you're not able to unmute, you can use the chat. Yeah. Thank you, CSO Alexa. As CSO Ben, do you want to go ahead and unmute and tell us your action plan?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm CSO Ben from Verrado High School in Buckeye, Arizona. This is my 5th year in the program. I know you sort of already heard part of that in the main session, but my action plan included planning a training for the teachers at my school to help implement STEM into the curriculum, just to make the classes more hands-on.
Thank you so much for sharing, Ben. And how about CSO Jesse, also from West Valley? Do you want to go ahead and unmute, tell us your CSO introduction and your action plan?
My name is CSO Jesse from The Little Paws, and my action plan was to create a science-based club at my school.
Awesome. Thank you so much, CSO Jesse. And next up, we have CSO John.
Hi, everyone. My name is John, and I am a Chief Science Officer at Valley Vista High School. This year, my action plan was just working with some of the middle schoolers at my last school and creating a coding club for them.
Awesome. Yeah, it's amazing when we connect with other younger peers and get them involved in STEM too. So thanks for sharing, CSO John. Next up, CSO Camille, are you able to unmute?
Yes, I am. My hello, my name is Camille, Chief Science Officer at Mountain View Elementary School. My action plan for this year was to continue the Girls Who Love Science program. It's a program where all girls from all ages are welcome to join for a short meeting where we would explain an experiment involved with science, and we would explain the science behind it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, CSO Camille. That sounds like an awesome action plan. And can you have CSO Lauren share out? You had a pretty awesome action plan.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I was actually fortunate enough, thanks to my wonderful CSO sponsor, Mrs. Richardson, to hold 3 action plans this year. And thanks to Dr. Roselle, who I know is on the call, we're actually hosting a 4th. That's going to be a coding night with Talon, as mentioned in the video earlier. But our main action plan that I'd like to share were our virtual STEM event resources. They enabled students to experience the excitement of an in-person STEM event in a virtual space. Here's how it worked. So students were welcomed to the event on a live video call, like Zoom, and sent a link through a Google slide presentation, and each slide represented a virtual exhibit with interactive objects and videos. Students spent 30 minutes independently exploring the STEAM exhibits, and these exhibits were provided by over 15 partnering organizations. The event total ran about an hour. It included a Q&A and time for students to give feedback on an online board and share their thoughts about the entire event. In addition, I'd like to highlight the event we did with Dr. Kumar, who is an organic chemistry professor at ASU. He has such an unconventional path to where he is. He was homeless for a good while and actually failed the class that he now teaches. And so hearing his story of resilience was inspiring to me, and I'm sure many others on the call. Thanks for having me share.
Yeah, thank you so much, CSO Lauren. And I loved how you mentioned how you connected with all these people within our network to help make it happen. That's amazing. Next up, can we have CSO Max? Are you able to use your mic?
Oh, yes. Hello, I am CSO Max from Canyon View High School. My action plan was to host a virtual field trip to NASA, which my whole school was invited to attend.
Thank you, CSO Max. Yeah, it's great how you were able to use those virtual resources for your action plan. And next up, CSO Nikhil.
Hi, my name is CSO Nikhil, a third-year CSO from North High School. I wanted to show that STEM is in anything and everything that we do. So I started an environmental club. We got to understand the STEM behind planting and cleaning up trees. And at the end of the year, we planted 20 trees and cleaned up a park.
Yeah, it sounds like a great initiative. Thanks for sharing, CSO Nikhil. And next up, we have, let's see, CSO Simon from Northern Arizona.
Hello, I'm CSO Simon, and I'm from home, from Lakeside. And my action plan is to clean up a lake in my community and maintain its cleanliness, and also get the community to help cleaning it too.
Yeah, I love seeing this pattern of being able to help and benefit the environment. That's amazing. And next up, we have CSO Sophia from Central Valley.
Hi, I'm CSO Sophia from Central Valley Cabinet. My action plan was to create a coding event throughout our districts on like a Zoom or Google Meet platform.
Great, thanks for sharing, CSO Sophia. It's great being able to teach coding to others. It's very exciting.
Are there any advisors from the West Valley who would like to say anything?
Stacy Plonsky from Mountain View Elementary School, West Valley, CSO advisor. And I wanted to share out some awesome things that my students have done, our CSOs have done for our school at Mountain View. CSO Camille has done an awesome job running the Girls Who Love Science club and has gotten many girls very interested in science, and they're not afraid to step up and talk about what they've learned in the Girls Who Love Science clubs. And then my other CSO Josie, she has started an astronomy club, and that one takes place off campus and really after school because it has to be dark outside to be able to see all the stars in the sky. So we've got quite an amazing group of people who come and meet with us in the park. So I just wanted to say that my CSOs are doing an awesome job, and I'm very proud of them.
Thank you so much, Ms. Stacy, for sharing out. Yeah, it's amazing all the things that we've been able to do this year. And I believe another advisor from West Valley, would you like to share out?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get the right button. It's my first time on the phone. So our CSO started a science club, which was awesome because we were having a hard time with all of our students just trying to share their faces and even talk to each other during pandemic, you know, with all the middle school shyness. And he got some of the kids together and they did experiments and talked about different things with science that they really like to do. But I think the really awesome thing is that we only had one CSO, and our CSO is helping to get an entire team of CSOs for next year. So he's leaving a legacy behind where hopefully we will have a large group for next year instead of just one CSO. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that recruitment process definitely plays a profound role in the program. It's amazing how the CS is able to recruit more people. And Ben, is there anything else you'd like to add for West Valley highlights?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other advisors on, but I also just once again want to highlight all of the CSOs from West Valley, because hearing your action plans and hearing what your advisors had to say about you is just amazing. Plus, to add on that we were all virtual this year, like that's just amazing, all the stuff that you all are doing in your communities. So I think unless there's any other advisors, that's about it from West Valley.
Yep, definitely agreed on how it's amazing we were able to do all these things even in different environment. Next up, do we have any advisors from or cabinet coordinators from Central Valley?
Hi, I can share out.
My name is Advisor Anna from Central Valley. I'm the advisor for SSA Phoenix. Unfortunately, our CSO was not able to stay at our school for the full year, but before she left, she did the STEM professional interviews, and she opened it up to the whole school, and a lot of kids got to learn about surgeons and other STEM professionals, and wherever she is, we wish her well.
Thank you, Miss Anna. Yeah, it's great how being able to connect students with those potential career pathways and those encounters with STEM professionals.
Yeah, so I think the cool thing about Central Valley this year is that we were very collaborative, and we got to work together on a ton of projects. And one to note, and it's coming up very soon, so please let us know if you'd like to join, is a district coding night with Talon from Skillstruck. And the cool thing is that everyone has been involved. We're making it so it's bilingual, so CSOs are helping to make it translate into Spanish. So the awesome thing is that each CSO has a part, and we were able to make several different action plans and call it From Central Valley.
Yeah, it's fantastic how you're implementing all these inclusive initiatives within your cabinet. And yep, and if you're not able to use mic, you can always use the chat. And then we also have Tristan Shira. So this year North Valley had not too much going on, but our cabinet coordinator has left the program. So we've been working on reaching out to CSOs that were in last year to see if they're still interested. And oh, that's awesome. So CSO Simon, yeah, the lake cleanup. Do you want to go ahead and share out CSO Simon?
So I'm gonna clean the lake, obviously, by putting, trash cans, which is a way of maintaining it. And we're gonna clean up that lake, and then we're gonna move on to some more lakes, and then maybe do like bigger things, which is a good place to start if you want to do bigger things, because you can't do big things without starting off smaller stuff. So it's great that I got to do this.
Yeah, for sure. Taking it that one step at a time, but that's amazing. Do we have any other share outs? Oh, so I believe we have 5 minutes remaining. So in these last 5 minutes, we're going to be doing fun superlatives. So by show of hands, who's most likely to be on mute while talking? So you can also post in the chat box. I know I've made the mistake of being on mute while talking before. Oh, Ben is the opposite. Yeah, we have a couple of advisors that have made the mistake. Also see Miss Stacy has made that mistake too, yeah. How about most likely to be on time for a meeting? Can we get a show of hands or any comments in the chat? Who's most likely to be on time for a meeting? Oh, CSO Sophia, Nikhil, Camille. It's great to be punctual. Yeah, usually. Well, yeah, sometimes it can take a while to get logged into Zoom, but yeah, it's great to be on time. And yeah, I get a lot of people backing up Nikhil. He's definitely on time. Yeah, being early is also the best. How about late? Do we have anyone who joins maybe a couple minutes late? Any comments in the chat? Yeah, I see a couple of hands raised. How about which CSO always seems prepared? We talked earlier about in the year about like our different colors and personalities, so this would probably be leaning more towards a gold. Yeah, CSO Lauren, very prepared. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I see a lot of people saying CSO Lauren, definitely true. CSO Camille. Any other comments or hands? All of us, yeah. Yeah, Lauren, Ben, Nikhil, all of you guys are so prepared. And so when you need help, which CSO do you think of asking for help? So in my case, I'd probably go to someone, one of my peers within the leadership council, or maybe someone within my cabinet. Yeah, CSO Lauren. So who would you go to? Maybe another CSO at your school? And definitely with the advisors, you can also go, there may not be CSOs, but you can always go to for them for help.
Yeah, Kelly's also a great person to go to for help. And so for this next one, who tells great jokes? I know Ben tells amazing jokes as part of our Perspective YouTube channel. Do we have anyone else here who's good at telling jokes? Oh, you're bad at jokes. Would someone like to unmute and tell us a joke? Ben, do you want to go ahead and shout a joke?
Share out a joke. Oh no, I shared a few earlier. Let me think of some. Whenever I'm put on the spot, my mind just goes completely
I got
blank.
a joke.
Oh, let's hear it.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I saw a picture today, and it was student testing, and they're talking about geology. And it says, what is a certain type of rock? And the student thinks up, punk, hard, classic, rock and roll.
Thanks so much for sharing.
That's a good one. I'm going to steal that one for sure.
Classic rock is my favorite genre of music.
That's some pretty good jokes. And I think, what's our next superlative here? Which of the CSOs are most likely to remain quiet unless asked to speak? So do we have any of those maybe like green personalities, maybe you're more analytical? And so CSO John, do we have anyone else? Let's see, any other CSOs that are probably more in the green personality? Oh, we're on our last minute here. Let's do our last superlative. Who talks first? Who is our orange, spontaneous person and first to unmute? Okay, we're gonna head to the main room now. Great job, everyone, and great share outs.
I have one more. Who
Okay,
is
go
most
for it.
likely to wear shorts to a Zoom meeting?
I'm guessing you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think that we should start with CSO introductions. So I'll just maybe say your name, and then if you could just say your CSO introduction and then what you've done as your action plan description. So that way we could know what you guys have all done. Okay, we'll start with CSO Josh. I see you're going on a walk.
Hi, I'm CSO Josh from the East Valley. For my action plan, I did a demonstration on Zoom for I guess it's like a class of multiple ages.
That's a really great action plan. Okay, CSO Andres, would you like to share?
Hello, everyone. My name is CSO Andres. For my action plan, what I did is I actually made virtual escape rooms for a yearly event that I have at my elementary school called STEM Night. So, yeah.
That's super cool. I've done escape rooms online, but that sounds like amazing, a STEM themed one. That's super cool. CSO Justin, would you like to share?
Hi, I'm CSO Justin from Tucson, and my action plan this year was to create videos with each science class that's offered at my high school to help promote students registering for those science classes. And it was all throughout 1 week, and at the end we did a STEM Live where we had people, representatives from Intel, ASU, TGen, had them talk about how important it is to how important and beneficial it is to register for science classes in high school.
Wow, that's super cool. I definitely want to do something like that as well. That sounds super exciting. CSO Chalet, would you like to share?
Of course. So again, I'm CSO Chalet from McClintock High School. And my action plan this year was I created a series of videos that focused on different STEM careers and some of the steps that you need to take to reach those careers. And I played those videos on my school's weekly video announcement.
That's also really cool. And it's great that all the STEM careers are also being shared by that. CSO Sarah, would you like to share?
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah, the Chief Science Officer from ASU Prep Digital. My action plan this year was to create 3 STEAM meetings to educate my peers on what those topics were and how to pursue careers in them.
That's awesome as well. I really wish I could have attended everyone's action plans. They sound super fun. CSO Iraj?
Hi, my name is CSO Iraj, and my action plan was to teach 5th graders in my school how to use iMovie so they can create videos for school things and non-school things. Thanks.
Cool. That also sounds like fun. And lastly, CSO Mari, would you like to share?
Yeah, let me just share right after I drop my phone. Okay, so my plan this year was to create a podcast on current updates in STEM in my school, my community, in the state, or even in the country. And I will be totally honest, because I think it's important for people to hear this. I did struggle this year. I struggled a lot this year with the change in schooling. And I think it's important for everybody to hear that, because I know there are going to be other people that have also struggled, and you aren't alone. And don't get down on yourself and tell yourself that you're a bad CSO and that you failed if your action plan didn't go exactly how you wanted it. Because to be totally honest, none of us have really been in a global pandemic before, but I am hoping to have that action plan out possibly over the summer.
Yeah, that's so true. I definitely agree, CSO Mari. I see that there are a couple of other CSOs as well that I might have missed.
Prisha,
CSO
what do you
Merlin?
think? Do you want to go in the order that I put them in the chat?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So CSO Merlin.
Hi, my name is CSO Merlin. I'm from Casa Grande Union High School, and my action plan was a STEAM Spirit Week. So we had each day a theme of like green or blue to show you support. And we asked people to post on Instagram wearing the colors, and then we had like demonstrations each day that we posted to our city website. And there were videos targeted towards middle and preschoolers. So we had like a variety of videos that could get them excited about each letter in the acronym STEAM. And then that culminated in our virtual STEAM fair, which we also had on the city website. We had a lot of videos from Abbott and from other businesses and local businesses and our colleges. So it was a great way for our city kind of get together and to showcase what they're doing during this time. And we just put it through our platform for the city website.
That's amazing. I definitely think that was a great idea for sure. CSO Ethan, would you like to share?
Sure. So, the 3 other CSOs and myself and my school tried to do online demonstrations for our action plan, but we didn't get very far this year because of COVID. But we are planning on working with the special needs students at our school, trying to teach them about STEM during the last week that we have.
That's super cool. It's a diverse audience as well. I think that's really cool. CSO Lily? Maybe CSO Lily isn't here. We'll come back to you. CSO Riona?
Hi, my name's CSO Riona, and I'm an elected Chief Science Officer from Paragon Science Academy. And this year I worked on creating a STEM podcast segment for my school. Since we're all online and we're using digital media more, I figured it'd be a fun way to incorporate STEM.
That's also a great idea. I've been hearing so many great ideas. These are amazing. CSO Miranda?
Hello, everyone. I'm CSO Miranda from Port Elementary in Mesa, and as my action plan this year, I did a online drawing contest with the topic of saving the earth.
That's amazing. The cabinet coordinators on the call, if you guys could share the highlights from your cabinet. So let's start with the East Valley cabinet.
Yeah, I think my highlight was seeing all of the CSOs really shine. You guys adapted so well to all the new challenges, and I saw so many of you guys change your action plan over and over to kind of accommodate the ever-changing school year. So for me, the highlight by far was watching you guys be the stars of the show.
Yeah, I think all the CSOs have done a great job this year for sure. Mr. Ty from Southeast Arizona.
You know, I thought one of the great parts was we got to meet kids from a long ways away. We had our kids start working on building their support network from schools across the range of 2 hours of travel time. I mean, really big distances out here for us, but it was neat because they're meeting kids they wouldn't normally get to work with to talk to help make those kinds of things happen.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and congratulations to all the CSOs for being awesome. And by the show of hands, who is most likely to be on mute while talking? You can even post in the chat box. I think that's like definitely me. I've done that before. Yeah, I see a lot of hands here. I think we all have. And then what about maybe the most likely to be on time to a meeting? I know sometimes we're all late, especially because like of online. Like it's easy to like forget the time and then just realize like 10 minutes later, oh no, I've done that.
Prisha, it looks like Iraj is definitely on time. Sarah, yes, you are always on time. Mariana says every darn time. Oh, tech issues. Yes, be on time. I would actually say that's me too. I'm pretty punctual.
Well, it depends. Is on time like you're getting there on the dot, or is it 5 minutes early? Because I am not a 5 minutes early type of person.
I once had a boss, Chalet, CSO Chalet, that said, if you could be 5 minutes early, you can be 5 minutes, or if you could be 5 minutes late, you could be 5 minutes early. And I was like, oh, dang. I'm not 5 minutes early though to Zoom calls.
Yeah, let me just
to go to the bathroom.
Let me just clarify my every darn time. That was actually for the being on mute. I agree with Chalet. It really does depend. I do try my hardest. Yeah.
I see CSO Andrea says that he like always joins like 2 to 3 minutes late just because of technical issues.
Most likely to take a drink, like the drinker in Zoom. Like every meeting I'm on, like I can't, I'm just like constantly, Dia's with me. And actually there was, Avril's got it. There was this one video that was going through it, and right when it said a drinker, I didn't even know it was going to say that, and I took a drink. Who else?
That's awesome.
Who else?
I think I kind of am, but I think I'm most likely to get mauled by my dogs in the middle of a video call. It actually tends to happen a lot. They like attention too much.
I second that. Me too. Mm-hmm.
They just love the attention from everybody on the meeting too.
Well, and my dog, she hears me talking, so she thinks I'm talking to her. So she jumps in my lap, but then she hears other people talking, and you can see on her face, she's so confused because I'm not talking, but she hears voices. So,
well, like obviously, who else would you be talking to besides her?
Right?
There's no one else in the world that's as important as her. Come on.
Right?
CSO Ethan, what about you? Most likely to what? Put it in the chat box. What would you do be most likely in Zoom? Oh, Prisha, got any other ones? Not talk.
Yeah, most likely to not talk. That's so true. I guess it's also like, unless someone like forces you to talk, you won't talk on a call. Yeah. I know that like for me, as like the years gone by, as I've gotten more adjusted, now I like don't need prompting. But before it'd be like, only if you call me, I'll unmute and I'll start talking. I'll just keep typing in the chat or like interacting, but I won't say anything until that time.
That one with Ethan was hilarious. That was like right on point. Araj, Iraj, most will talk mostly. Okay, I love that. Who else is the person who loves to talk on Zoom? Shalay, Josh, Kelly, Miss Kelly. No, never. Who else do we have?
I talk whether I'm on Zoom or not. Whoever will listen. So I'm definitely just going to mute.
Most likely to volunteer to raise their hand, answer every single question.
Ooh. Is that you?
Some of the times, I would say.
CSO Sarah, is that you? Yeah, I kind of figured. Love it.
Most likely to get interrupted by family members. I think that that is very true in my house for sure, because my brother's sitting like right next to me. Like we're not even in two different rooms. So it'll be like I'll be unmuted and he might be talking at the same time. So it's really funny. But
the best part about it, sorry, I lied. See, I'm talking again. I'm going to mute after this. But Iraj looked at her in the house. He turned his head. You could tell he was looking at her.
Avril raised her hand too. She's like, yep. I live by myself, so I don't really have that.
The funny part for me is like my brothers will be pretty loud. So you'll hear them on my dad's microphone. And then a couple seconds later, you'll hear them on my microphone. So it's really funny to hear how the lag time works on that.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Ty's got a good one here. Most likely to create mic feedback sounds. Definitely me. I don't know what is with my computer, but it's like when Kelly and I are meeting, it's like there's this giant echo that happens every time. And we're like, oh, is it me or is it you? Anybody else that one? Oh my gosh, here's another one. Josh, most likely to be walking outside during a meeting.
Josh, why are you walking? It seems like you're just walking endlessly.
I mean, it's nice outside, so I thought might as well go for a walk.
CSO Merlin, you have one? You think what would be a most likely in your experiences?
I think I'd be most likely to turn my camera on and then just get the ceiling. So I don't put it on properly.
That one. Anybody else in that same boat? Or, the person who's doing this, with their eyes and like looking, trying to find it, or the finger on the iPad, when you can tell they're on a device when it's just their finger and not their face. And you're like, why? What is happening?
Oh, who do we know that does that?
Oh, I totally do that.
Come on.
I have so many kids in my school. They'll just be like, and then just like keep clicking. And then what happens is sometimes they're unmute. So then they'll like start typing and you can hear like their like keyboards clicking in the background.
Yeah, this guy, he was using a tablet, so I could just see him typing because his fingers kept on showing the microphone.
Yeah, I can always tell when someone's on their phone, whether it's in person or not, because here's the thing. Nobody looks down at their glowing crotch and then smiles or laughs. It doesn't happen. That's not natural. Like, you obviously have a device.
You're on your phone. Hey, Prisha, CSO Prisha, what do you think? I just noticed, maybe we can come back to some of these in just a minute, but there are some really great shout outs from the advisors about their students. Do we want to do a couple of quick ones? I don't know, Joshua, if you can unmute, and do you want to do your shout out that you put in the chat?
I saw Dr. Taylor had also put something in the chat. If you want,
yeah, so maybe share. Dr. Taylor, wants to unmute and say that. Thanks, CSO Prisha.
Hi there. I just wanted to say, I typed it in the chat. I didn't know the right time to say it, but I just wanted to say how very proud I was and have been of our 4 CSOs. They had a hard time this year because they were dependent on me. That's one of the problems of being an advisor is, you're supposed to help them every way possible. But this year we were struggling so much just to maintain, a healthy and effective school environment for kids that it just was really, really hard. I just didn't have the time that they deserved. And I'm just glad now that things have settled down a little bit. It's a little bit late for, the STEMMYs, but the last week we have a really cool STEM fair. All the kids in my classes that have been making projects like race cars and robotic cars and an air hockey game and a magnetic levitation train and all these things we're going to be able to show to the kids that we worked closely with last year when we were able to work with them and then go and present about them at the Aero conference. So we didn't want those kids to feel like we had kind of forgotten them and abandoned them. So we're going to have one more chance to work with them before my CSOs go to high school.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Taylor. I put this in the chat earlier. It's not about, this has been a crazy year, right? Really amazing things and some really hard things. And Mariana said it earlier, the fact that you're there for your CSOs and they know that you were doing the best that you could and they were doing the best that they could. So thanks for continuing to be there for them and keeping things driving forward whenever that happens, right? Whether that's after the STEMMYs, before the STEMMYs, or even just being there next year. So we always appreciate you. So thank you for that.
Advisor Carmen Sorsi from Porter Elementary, Mesa. I had the opportunity, I should say the privilege of working with two amazing CSOs that were completely online, and through the process, they developed great products, escape rooms, and digital drawing contest for our STEM virtual event that we had at Porter this year. It was the highlight of my week to meet with them and check in on their progress and guide them the best I could on these amazing pieces of technology they had the opportunity to explore and play around with. And I hope it was a great learning experience, and definitely was great for me and for our school to have them on board this year.
Wow. I don't even know, Prisha, unless you have some more amazing, inspiring words. Thank you for saying that. I think that probably means a lot to each of your CSOs, but also the other CSOs on the call, right? To know that they're making an impact on your life as an advisor, just as much as you're making an impact on them as a CSO. And I think that's incredibly powerful. And sometimes we forget that. So, as adults, we forget how much our CSOs and our students can impact us. And I think you saying that tonight must feel great to all the CSOs on the call. So thank you for that. Appreciate anything.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. And I think that also, to all the CSOs, you guys have done so great this year, especially with COVID and the pandemic, and how you guys have still managed to get your action plans done, meet with your advisors, and still make an impact on.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Sophia, you look so grown up. I love it. You guys look great. I cannot wait until next year when we can do this at the Arizona Science Center. Are you feeling fabulous? You look fabulous.
Yeah, I try to get kind of dressed up for it.
Absolutely. I did too. I was doing my hair and tried to get fancy.
I'm feeling so fabulous.
Look at Nikhil. He put on a whole jacket, shirt, and tie.
It's a little hot, I won't lie.
It's almost over. We're almost time for the big award. So let me.
Good afternoon. My name is Valentina, and I am a third-year Chief Science Officer at Basis Goodyear. On behalf of the CSO program, we wanted to thank you for your support. As students advocating for our peers' voice and STEM education, it is this support that enables us to thrive and reach our mission. The program has provided many opportunities for students such as myself to not only grow as individuals, but to create an impact locally, nationally, and internationally. Some of the amazing things I've had the chance to do this year are to teach basic coding to my Girl Scout troop, support various events from my city's aviation fair to panels with STEM professionals, interact with great mentors, and train hundreds of CSOs in Guanajuato, Mexico as we expand our network. I can't wait to see what else CSOs are able to make happen. We appreciate all you've done. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Ms. Hope, would you like to share a highlight from your room?
Oh, CSO Lauren, one highlight? There were so many. in our room, but I think it was our closing remark by advisor Ms. Sorcy, who was talking about that, that this year has been, as we all know, can be challenging, but every week the highlight was working with her CSOs and seeing them. And it wasn't just, something she had to do. It was like this shining star every week that she was so excited to get to see them and see the work that they were doing. And how they impacted her life, just like, she's impacting their life. So it was really beautiful.
Like Miss Kelly said in the chat, that makes my heart happy as well. That's absolutely heartwarming. If I may, I'd like to turn it over to Miss Casey. Is there anything you'd like to share from our room?
Yeah, I think the most fun thing from our room was going through the superlatives and having all of the CSOs call each other out. I made a really good joke about Ben's shorts as everyone was leaving. I said B's knees, but like B''S because his name starts with B. Anyway, yeah, I think that was my favorite part, is just everybody acknowledging each other for all of their strengths and the way that everybody has all these different diverse strengths in that room that really bring the team together.
CSO action plans are the most important part of the CSO role. Please be sure to complete your forms by May 15th, including the end of your survey. We will be emailing your certificates.
It's finally the time that everyone's been waiting for. It's time to start the awards celebration. Are you ready to recognize outstanding CSOs and advisors?
You bet, CSO Ben. Tell me, who is excited? As we mentioned, all CSOs who complete their forms will be emailed official certificates of participation, and we look forward to in-person events in the future. So, let's get started with our recognition of seniors. We hope you will remain connected as you transition into the CSO Alumni Association. Here are our 6 graduating seniors. A huge thank you for everything they've done in the program.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily Jarumba, a Chief Science Officer alum from the Great Lakes Bay region in Michigan. Throughout this past year, myself and other CSO alumni have been working to create the CSO Alumni Network for CSOs to join once they graduate high school. Through this network, we hope to foster a community of young adult leaders and provide them with opportunities in mentoring, networking, collective action, and other professional development opportunities. So far, there have been virtual professional development opportunities with sessions focusing on LinkedIn profiles, soft skill development, resume writing, informational interviews, and more. Some alumni have also been involved in mentoring current CSOs through aiding them in forming and executing their action plans, as well as volunteering at the Leadership Training Institute and cabinet meetings. As the alumni network continues to expand, we hope to provide more opportunities for the alumni as they enter a new chapter of their lives, as well as have them give back to current CSOs. It is important to keep alumni engaged with the CSO program even after graduation, as it helps to build a network of bright individuals that can continue to be great leaders both in STEM conversations as well as other areas. By keeping past CSOs involved, we are able to encourage and help current CSOs in not only their action plans, but their leadership abilities overall. The Alumni Network is also useful in preparing alumni for the next chapters of their lives, whether it be with internships, professional profiles, mentorships, or just by having leadership opportunities. The CSO Alumni Network is very excited to continue growing and finding more ways for alumni to be involved with current CSOs, as well as with their own professional development as young adults. Thank you.
CSOs are able to complete incredible action plans with the support of outstanding STEM partners. Thank you.
Tonight, we would like to highlight the Arizona CSO STEM Partner of the Year, Maricopa Air Quality Department.
Mentors make a difference in the lives of CSOs and share their knowledge in a variety of ways to encourage individuals to push through challenges. This year we have had many.
Next up, we have our Mentors of the Year. So here are some of the names on screen who have partnered with CSOs all across the Valley. I'd like to announce Dr. Sidney Hecht, the ASU Biodesign Institute. We'd like to celebrate him as tonight's Arizona CSO STEM Mentor of the Year.
Each CSO is required to do something. Make it happen, we say. Congratulations to our nominees for Best Action Plan.
And now we're on our action plan of the year. Congratulations to CSO Lauren for the best action plan.
Thank you to all of the CSO sites for supporting Chief Science Officers during the year.
Now, congratulations to
Mountain View Elementary. Yay!
This year was unique for all of us, but kudos to all of the teachers. Thank you to our outstanding CSO advisor nominees.
Thank you, advisors.
And next, our CSO Advisor of the Year, we have Peggy Osborne of Centera Mirage STEM Academy in the West Valley Cabinet.
Working together is a challenge, but managing it digitally this year was new for many CSOs and CSO teams.
Congrats to Aspire Academy as the best CSO team of the year.
2 years in a row. Woo!
As the CSO program continues to grow, the Arizona CSO cabinets develop and are run by coordinators. Thank you to our Arizona CSO cabinet coordinators. Congratulations to Avril Anders of the East Valley Cabinet as Cabinet Coordinator of the Year.
Over the course of the year, Chief Science Officers experience growth in unique ways and develop skills to become something they never thought possible. Congratulations, Nikhil, Chief Science Officer of the Year. Good evening, and congratulations, Chief Science Officer Nikhil. You are truly deserving of the title, Arizona Chief Science Officer of the Year. Our year was definitely unique, to say the least, and as the Director of Student Success for the CSO International Program, it was truly a pleasure to watch your growth. You have developed skills to become something more than you ever thought possible. From the TV interviews to hosting STEM panels, you said yes to those opportunities. Congratulations again on this well-deserved recognition. Your hard work has paid off. From long hours of video editing to starting new STEM clubs at your high school. Congratulations again, CSO Nikhil. I look forward to working with you in the year ahead. Congratulations.
have many special guests. We have many special guests.